Gamesweasel.com. Review.
Now, call me racist, but I don't like the look of James Cameron's Avatar movie because it's got blue people in it. I've never liked Smurfs, and I don't like the tall blue people either. Anyway, people tell me it's actually rather good, so I may have to go and see the movie, but in the meantime, I'll tell you about the game. Using the same idea but not following the plot of the film, you play as Ryder, a soldier for a military group called the RDA, who are inhabiting a planet called Pandora full of vicious creatures and plants, and an indigenous race of these blue people called the Na'vi. Thanks to an invention called the Avatar, you can enter a chamber and have your spirit put into one of these blue creatures and thus use their abilities. You begin the game shooting your rifle and doing fetch quests, and soon you have to face a moral dilemma. Do you side with a traitor in your ranks and join the Na'vi to prevent the RDA committing genocide as they plunder the planet, or do you stay as a human and annihilate all the Na'vi? Well, I'll tell you now, playing as a human gives you the best gear and a better gameplay experience, but you will feel pretty bad doing all those nasty things. Being a Na'vi gives you a flimsy bow and arrow and some poor melee attacks, but at least you can sleep with a clear conscience. So effectively, this is two games with very different stories as you play either side of the war. One common factor is it does take place in the same world, which looks very nice thanks to a modified Far Cry 2 engine. Flora and fauna are very colourful, and there's some very imaginative creatures and even vicious plants that can bite your arms off. When it comes to combat, you have your weapons but also special commands you can use with the D-pad. These range from making shock waves, healing yourself, giving yourself speed boosts, or calling in airstrikes or other animals to help you depending on which side you're on. It does add some variety, but to be honest, you'll probably end up just using some of the special moves and stick with them for the entire game. So what Avatar gives us then is a game that's actually quite tricky to score. If you don't mind slaying innocent people in games, then playing as a human can be an enjoyable if repetitive experience. However, if, like me, you just can't be bad in games, you won't have much fun trying to be a good guy as one of the Na'vi. The game's not terrible, it's just another movie license that's just okay. James Cameron's Avatar gets an average 5 out of 10.
You've been watching a review from Gamesweasel. If you want to get the show each week, which includes video game reviews, news, previews, competitions and special features, then head over to Gamesweasel.com for our video podcast, Gamesweasel TV.
Gamesweasel.com.